Great light and love of living Father. Title of the video is Eat of this peaceful miracle of the year of the Lord. Why can't or can Iyou Youi see the other side of the mirror or the wall? If it's not shiny, it is dark. So on the other side of all things is dark. Or how can I say this? We're all in the temple. Well, that's still a parable, Wayne. As we stand and observe the land, people that live and things, on the other side, it's dark. So I feel one or I, which is right, Iyou Youi, um, was can I say this? I'm gonna say it this way, then I'm gonna say it another way. Was given the knowledge of 3D. Then I'm gonna say it the true way, I guess. I think I comprehend things are 3D. So on the other side of all things, and why you can't see it, because it's dark. So it's a wall, and the only one that can see it. So therefore, it's a wall or mirror, or the miracle. And it's no one outside. As we sit in the temple and eat of this bread or Bre-ad, we can see it's no one ever was ever outside at the Last Supper. So we all hand in hand in the one true temple of God, which is me. To even hear you or hear me is that we all hand in hand in the temple of God. So on the other side of that wall, or truth that's in your face, is dark. And you always seen the mirror called. You I always seen the mirror to feel that you see the mirror. You love thy neighbor as thyself. For the mirror calls you. The mirror calls you. The mirror calls you. phone call or that's your name? Miracle. Your name is Miracle or the call of the mirror calls you. Same thing. So the miracle of life is Iyou. Iyou, your why. Iyou, your wife. Iyou, your we. Iyou, Yahuwah. Iyou, Yahuwah. On the other side of the whole thing, it's dark. You can never see the other side with these eyes. So I say, why can or can't one see the other side of the mirror? Proof is in the pudding. So the world is a joke that I pulled on myself, and I am that I am. I am the only, and my sight is my sight. So therefore, I am the only one that can see. Is it your sight? Your sight? That's that's what we call it. It's like I'm integrated with your sight, but I never witnessed your sight. So no one can never see the same thing. You will have to stand in their place of sight, of hearing, tasting, for you will not be mocked. For Iyou Youi will not be mocked. For you will have to stand in the place of my tongue to even taste it or see it or hear it. So you can't mock me. We use a template of language to attempt to mock one another. When they shake off his wine, they will repent. So to mock another, you will have to be in place of another to mock them. Language is a false template to attempt to mock another. Even another, the word another is attempt to mock another. So it's as if Iyou put everyone in position. Say you're in the position of best friend. I put the meaning in the word best friend in position, and then I put you, that's a best friend, in the position of best friend that I put there. So I placed everyone in position to be what I placed them to be. So the miracle that I have shared with many are called, few are chosen. So many I have called on the device, but only few have been chosen to receive the miracle that the miracle calls you, Iyou. So I placed us all in the position of Iyou, where I gave the meaning of Iyou, and then I placed Iyou in position. It's all mine. Your vision is the only vision. Like if you ticklish, you the only one that's ticklish. So if you are not ticklish, then you are the one that's not ticklish. So your vision is the same as you being tickled. It is you the only one that can see. Your vision is you, and you placed us in position, saying the same thing for me, right? I feel it was the same for them. So you placed everyone in position of your eyesight or your vision. And when you see, you know, a retail worker, a butcher, you place them in the position to be that because you looking at them is your vision. So on the other side of all things is darkness. You place 3D into position of your thinking. So I feel that you assume I see 3D as you do, which is I put you in position to assume that. But I am the only one that ever seen 3D or that can perceive this 3D to be that. So I say everything is flat, or the earth, the flat dry land, the flat dry land is flat in your face, and it's a miracle, or a mural called. It's a miracle. It's a mural calls you. So as I look at the mural, you see you. I see you in the mural calls you. That's why I can't say for you. I can't unless you can witness these things. So I know no one should control another. They should work together in love, move together in life, because no one has the power to control another, only through magic, false power. Because you can never hear what I hear. Would you have your own life if you could see what I see? Or maybe we see the language. Right? The language to me is the false barrier, language barrier. The false barrier or the language barrier is the barrier. So the truth is buried in language, or language is buried in the truth. And the barrier is that's why we shouldn't use language the way we do. So I would say to my bullies, you the only one that bully people, or you the only one that hate lanes. Though it can seem like it's a group of you that group together against another, but you the only one. You the only one in the group. So how do you know? You know them by their fruit. You know them by their fruit because they the only one. They're the only one that's persecuting, mistreating, and or proper treating. They're the only one that's doing it. Or I'm the only one that perceives them to be doing it. Because I put them in the place to persecute me. So I don't have to give them it. I chose to out of ignorance and out of non-ignorance. Because to I know I can put them in a position of persecuting me. And I'm which is I'm not ignorant of. So I'm the only one talking to me. Son of God, he's only talking to me. Because I could never mock you. I could never mock any of them. So yeah, yeah, it's all mine. Think of it's all mine. Think of it's all mine. Those that had the ear to hear, let them hear. I will see you in paradise. I will see you in eternity. But debit is an illusion. In the true word of God, usury, what they call it usury, it ain't no such thing as debit. Like a tree owe a squirrel some acorns, or some worms owe some chickens some worms, or the sky owe the ground some water. There's no such thing as debit. That's why you shouldn't make graven images of things in the heavens, things under the earth or in the sea, for it gives the false illusion of depth or debit. Because in the truth, no one owes anyone anything. So you give it to them, even if they're not going to pay you back. You invite the poor because they don't have the means to pay you back. Because in truth, nothing owes anything, or any being owes another being anything. So debit is an illusion. Going to sleep, going in debt underwater, getting you some go to sleep insurance, it's it's a lie. You are the witness of these people in debt. Because people only go in debt in your vision, your senses. People only go to sleep in your senses. So you don't speak that, you speak life. You think life. But where you are alive, what is debit? That's the Curious George, right? The Curious George lost his tail. He never had a tail, man. Yeah, he never had a tail, but he is the head. The tail is the false debt. The IOU, YOU, the Iowa, the Iyou, the debt is false. So why does debt exist if it does, right? I feel it's through magic, education, through convincing whomever, me, you, Iowa, that this debt exists. Then he puts into place Iowa debt. So why is there something in him that doesn't like him? For all things is in him. So he pull these things forward to cast them out. Why enemies called enemies. He is his own enemy, which is name. He is his own name or enemy. Seeking to correct his own mind through the assumption of correcting others. Because the world is a joke. And all things of the world is a joke. It's an evil joke. Because what's on the other side of the wall? With these eyes, you can't see. You can't see on the other side of objects. And you assume it's 3D, but it's flat in your face. You can see it's flat. As you turn, the wall turns. For every which way you turn, the wall turns. There is nothing that is unseen that will not be manifest. For all things are done in the sight of heaven. Through education, one can feel they're inside of a walled in building, but heaven is in that building with you. Educate himself to trick himself. For the heaven is in that jar, the heavens is in the basement. For all things done in the sight of heaven, for every which way one turns, the wall turns with him. The mirror calls. So as the sun falls away from you, it goes into the dormant or hibernation. And as it rises towards you, called summer, spring, summer. It brings forth life, or it springs forth. The spotlight is on you, Iyou Youi. The spotlight is on Iyou Youi. Yahoo, Youi, Youi. So the bread rises and the bread flattens. So you have flat bread and you have risen bread, leavened and unleavened. Hibernation and move, movement and repose as the bread rises and flattens. Now I know most probably won't get this checkerboard style talking because there's really no words in the language for it. He who had ears, let him hear. He says, "Come to me, and I will give you rest." When you go to Jesus, He'll give you rest. For those that are heavy laden, with heavy burden, go to the truth that lives, and He will give you rest. Well, Jesus talking to himself. He and the Father are one. He talking to his Father. What some would call himself. Education. How can one talk to himself as God and everyone talking around Jesus' head? Everyone talking around my head in the temple, hand in hand. For their hands are tied, or their hands inside of each other's hand, and they play their card hands inside of one another's hand. So in the Last Supper image, he the character in the center appears to be talking to himself or thinking, while the others commune with one another, and he can hear them because they in the temple with him, but they feel they in secret in real life. But he can hear them. I feel I can hear them in the temple, hand in hand. I can hear 'em. They all hand in hand. Well, he said, "Give me what's mine," but his hands are free, and everyone else's hands are in hand of each other. Because whatever he think of, he is the primary thinker, thinker. You are the primary thinker in the center of it all. So you love thy neighbor as thyself, because everything you look at is a mirror. Or as your head turns, the, the mirror turns. On the other side of everything, darkness. For you are the light. So they will attempt to copy you or mock your image. It, I would attempt to mock my own image. Let me say it that way. by by seeing false images of people like on a wall, but you can't see the other side of the paper as you turn the paper over is blank, unless the image bled through the paper, but or it's see-through paper. But on the other side of that paper is nothing. So on the other side of everything is dark, which is called your eyesight. So no one ever looked through your eyes unless you're hooked up to a device or something. And even then, it's still not looking through your eyes. It's an attempt to. So everything seen is your eyesight. I feel you got educated and you gave your eyesight to whatever state or country you think you live in through talking to you. He said, I'll show you things no man have seen, and I'll tell you things no man have heard. Which is you are primary thinker. In other words, those that have an ear to hear can hear that they are primary thinkers. So hearing God is seeing light. Hearing God is light. Seeing God is hearing God. When you hear God, you see God through love. Those that are pure in heart shall see God. Hate is debit, right? Hate is made up. Debit and hate go hand in hand. They don't exist unless we act it. Or that spirit of hate um, is the children of the hate. But those that once loved and transformed over to hate is fake. Hold on, y'all. Go by that group. All right, I'm back. Why I say hate made up? Because I didn't know hate till I acted educated, right? Till I started acting like I comprehend people. So I came to earth with no fear. Then I started comprehending, I think I do. Then the spirit of fear jumped on me. Because I came to earth in love and I had no fear. So I see through that knowledge of good and of elementary, knowledge of punishment and reward, you will surely go with debit. I went into I owe you, which is debit. I owe you a nice conversation, which is ignorance. I went into I owe you a comfortable speech. Still a nice conversation. Um, and why I see it as magic, because I'm acting I owe you proper speech. To have a something called a smooth sailing life or something, but it's not smooth sailing because it's a lie. The lies I told myself in debt and debit. Hmm. Thinking I comprehend people owe me something. You don't owe me anything. For it's all mine. Think take your mind back. Most of you living a lie. Can't say, who is who. Some want to live a lie. Some don't know what living a lie is when they feel they living in truth. If you're just now coming in or you ain't been by earlier, I was speaking on the mirror in front of everyone. See, the mirror in front of me. I was speaking on the mirror and why you can't see on the other side of the mirror with these eyes. It's an imagination eye you can see on the other side of that. Like you can see in your bathroom before you get there. But with these eyes, you can't see in your bathroom. So on the other side of that, the bathroom is darkness. And why people have to turn around for you to see the other side of it? Because it's a wall in the earth. The heavens meet the earth flat in your face. They call it the fourth wall. Hey, but I don't want to go in too much on it. I mean, I don't think most people comprehend me anyway. You're the only one that can see it. You're trying to explain only what you can see. Therefore, no one should control you, Wayne. Yeah, because they can't see what you see. Like they acting like you see red and purple and stuff. They acting like y'all see the same color. Once they give you color, they take over your life. Once they start naming your colors, or you allow them to have the proper naming of your of colors, you see, if you don't use your mind, the world will use it for you. Or you'll give it to your servant. You'll give your mind to your servant when you allow your servant to tell you what green is. Your servants can take over your house. So you don't want to be spoiled. Spoiled people don't have a mind. Yeah. They don't have a mind of their own. Spoiled people want your mind to do what they want when they want it. So they want to put what they think on your mind, but you got to make it up. And you got to act like you're doing what they want because you could never do what they want. You can act like you're doing it, like stand in line, like get in the place in line. You can act like you're getting in place in line, and they seem to treat you as if you're doing it. The world is spoiled rotten. Those that follow it will become spoiled, and they will seek for servants to tell them what green is. And the servants take over your house, and that's green, and it's always green. And if you tell them it's something else, they'll attempt to seek some kind of other service or help for you. They call it retarded. The world. Thank God for colorblind people, right? So what they tell them? Colorblind people act like they see a red stop sign, I guess. So no one can make you see a red stop sign. Nope. You can act like you see it. No one can make you see ugly. Nope. You can act like you see ugly. And they treat you like you're doing it right. Like that person got an ugly attitude and others agree. They treat you like you doing it right. Like you can see a genuine ugly attitude. You're acting. That's why the world evil. It attempts to take over everyone's mind or yours. Everyone inside of your mind. Hmm. It acts like you see the color red. Yeah. Wow. Very ridiculous. Hmm. I do not want to go do. I hate shopping. Oh yeah. I hate shopping. I hate paying bills. I hate all this. Hate don't exist. Yeah, but I know this stuff ain't right. So how would you you go get it? That's how. This repetitive broken record player paying bills monthly scam. It ain't no life in it. It ain't no life in paying bills, man. It ain't no life in it. I think I'm gonna close this one. Get ready to go. My monthly mission. Like, oh yeah. But you all have a beautiful day. You have a great light above. Seek the truth and you shall find. I love you all. Great light.